Yo, yo, yo. Yo, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, good people? Happy Friday. Happy Friday, peace and love. What's the deal? Back again with another episode of SR Daily to close the week. We are closing the week here on SR Daily. Final episode of week 77, closer and closer and closer and closer and closer to week 78, closer and closer and closer to week 80 and closer and closer and closer to milestone episode 400. 400 episodes is massive. Next week we're gonna keep it like this until next week before we gotta do some things next weekend. Big weekend in Philly, weekend here in New York. Father's Day weekend is going down. I'm hosting a Father's Day dinner at my crib for a few dads. I'm super excited about that. Super grateful to my love for making that happen. Said, what do you want for Father's Day? I said, I want to have a dinner with some friends. She said, got you. Got a caterer. Got some food coming. Of course, 100% vegan. All right. People be like, Sugar Ray, come on. We don't want to always eat that vegan food. You coming around me, you're going to eat vegan food. It's as simple as that. You come around me, you're going to eat vegan food only. That's it. Vegan snacks, vegan desserts, all of this stuff, but it's going to be vegan. And I ain't going to promise it's always going to be the healthiest. All right. You might have some sugar and all that stuff, some Oreos, but it's going to be vegan. Obviously, we know, right? Like, I'm never trying to promote that veganism automatically means quote unquote healthy. Sugar is really not healthy, right? Sugar in the sweets and the cookies and all of that stuff, the cakes. But it's the journey. We live, we grow, we experience. I do know that I am closer to being a fruitarian than I ever thought I would be. Um, about a decade or so ago, I came across fruitarianism. Probably like yeah, my daughter's about to be 9 this year. My son's gonna be 13. So yeah, probably like 11 years ago, maybe like 12 years ago, like 2012, 2013, like 2000, yeah, like 2013, 2014. So like 11, 12 years ago, I came across the concept of fruitarianism and breatharianism and all of this stuff, and I was like, yo, that's a little crazy. And then not too long after that, I was like, if you know me, I'm very competitive. Not against my friends, not like yo, I'm better than you. No, nothing. I'm not that type of competitive. But if I see somebody do something, I see a human do something that a lot of people say, oh, it's really hard, it can't be done. Is that person is special? It's like I could do it. Competitive in that way, like I could do it too. And clearly that led me down the fasting journey, which we did 30-day fast, we did 40-day fast, we did 31 days of watermelon, things that most humans won't do, most humans won't even consider. And so yeah, man, like fruitarianism is at one point I said by the time I'm 50, I'll be a fruitarian, right? When I get 50. But at 41 years old, I'm like, I did 77 days of just fruits last year. Um, right, coming off the 40-day coconut water fast, I did 77 days of fruits. Best I felt ever at that point. Then just finished 31 days of watermelon. Felt incredible. The last 3 days was tough. That was only because I ended with 3 days of breath. Right, no water, no juice, no watermelon, no nothing, just breath. So that made it tough. But other than that, like just doing watermelon was easy. Right, it was easier than I thought. The 77 days of fruit was easier than I thought. The only reason last year I stopped doing just the fruit because I knew I had the vegan festival coming up and I knew I was going to want to eat at the vegan festival. And I said, I'm going to want to eat. So let me give myself, 2-3 weeks of getting back to food, cooked food before I feast at the festival. Right. This year, similar vibe. Right. But yeah, I'm closer and closer to fruitarianism, man. I give myself 3 to 5 years. 3 to 5 years, possibly, maybe shorter than that, right? Because I really want to travel the world with my fiance, with my children, with some friends, and eat all of the vegan food. I really want to do that, but like, body's calling, spirit's calling, man. Body's like, we don't really want that other food. We just want fruits. Feed us fruits. Feed us fruits. Feed us fruits. That's what body is saying, man. And so it's a fight right now. We're gonna have some cooked food tonight. We ate a salad last night, right? Hamona and I had a nice big salad last night. Some cauliflower bites. That was our first vegetable, I guess you could say, other than, first thing other than fruits since April. First piece of cooked food. But tonight we're gonna have a whole cooked meal. We got chef coming to the crib to chef it up for us, right? Sister-in-law, my sister-in-law, her sister. So I'm excited, man. Life is happening. But let us get the show started, man. Once again, Sefu Sankofa, what's going on, my brother? Peace and love. Happy Friday. Happy Fortune and Freedom Friday. Fortune and Freedom Friday. Happy Freedom Friday, my love, Mona Love. Moski, what's going on? Sefu is tuning in live from Leyland's Coffee Shop in Bed-Stuy. I love how you give a location, my brother, but stop giving your location so much, man. You never know, man. People be watching and scheming. My brother, you don't gotta let everybody know where you at all the time, player. I appreciate you, though, man. But, yeah, man. Tuning in from Brooklyn. My brother Sefu. Let's hit the share button, man. If you can, share this live with 5 to 10 of your friends who may be interested in tuning in. Hit the share button, hit the share button, hit the share button. Spread the love. Bring some people into the chat. Don't keep this good content to yourself. It is good content. Share the love. Make sure 5 to 10 of your friends know the show is happening right now. Don't keep it to yourself. Do not keep this content to yourself. We are here on this Friday morning. It is a beautiful Friday morning, and I'm grateful to be alive, and I hope you are too. And I'm looking forward to a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day. Let's get this thing rocking. Once again, I'm your boy, your host, Sean Sugar Ray Marcy. You are tuned into SR Daily, episode 383. As Brother Ray says, that is a palindrome, front and back. Numbers, words read the same. 383, magical number, man. Magical number, magical number. 383 is a magical number because the 2 3s together make the 8. All right. So, yeah, it's a beautiful thing. Friday, June 6th, 2025, first Friday of the month. It's going to be a beautiful week. It's going to be a little rain. I was going to say beautiful weekend. It's going to be a beautiful weekend still. There's going to be some rain. There's going to be some rain tonight, some rain tomorrow. We got street renaming tomorrow. Got a 60th birthday party to attend tomorrow at Queens Botanical Gardens, celebrating our beloved Evie Hanzopoulos. Evie Hanzopoulos is the executive director of Queens Botanical Gardens. I'm super excited to celebrate her life. 60 years old. Grateful to call her a friend. Grateful to call her a sister. Right. Understand that the human family is one family, although we are separated by language, we are separated by culture. I believe that the human spirit is really powerful, and that love, that love energy, it seeps through many of us, maybe not all of us, right? But many of us, and Evie definitely got that love gene in her. So from Greece to here, Astoria, right? From Queensbridge to Greece, man. Much love to Evie. Let's get the show started, guys. Start with our first segment of the day. Today's first segment is a word of the day. And today's word is actually 2 words, but it's one phrase, one concept, not really a phrase, one concept, one idea. It's feng shui. Feng shui, feng shui, feng shui. Listen, I got to do better, but we're going to get there. Feng shui, let's talk about it. Feng shui is an ancient Chinese practice of arranging buildings, objects, and space to achieve harmony and balance with the environment. It emphasizes the flow of qi, also spelled qi, C-H-I, right? A vital life force to create a harmonious environment. The term feng shui translates to wind and water, reflecting the practice's focus on balancing the natural elements. The core principle is that we are affected by everything around us. Every single thing affects us. We are energy, so the energy around us affects us, and everything impacts us. The space, right? Like I told you guys a while ago, and I don't think it was a whole segment. I might make it a segment next week, but architectural racism, understanding how the design of buildings, the design of certain houses, the design of certain neighborhoods, right, is meant to keep one feeling claustrophobic, to keep one feeling closed in, to keep one feeling limited, to keep one feeling tight, right? Whoa, powerful, right? So the core principle is that we are affected by everything around us. Energy flow, colors, shapes, materials, furniture placement, and curry lines. We understand that. Wow. Pythagoras, right? Pythagoras. I was going to say the Pythagorean theorem, but it's not that. Pythagoras had the science of sound and color. Sound and color. Understanding how colors, shapes trigger the brain, right? If you notice, all of the fast food restaurants, or a great majority, I don't even remember some of them, but a great majority of the fast food restaurants have red and yellow, right? Red and yellow. McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Taco Bell to a degree, Pizza Hut, right? I think Popeyes, right? KFC had red, right? Roy Rogers, right? So many fast food restaurants, red and yellow, red and yellow. Inspires hunger, right? Or it stimulates the hunger gene, right? Make you think you're hungry, right? So yeah, man, everything affects us. Shapes, furniture placement, right? Feng Shui teaches us how to use all these tools to improve and enhance our health, both at home and at work. At home and at work. And that's it. This is something I'm knowledgeable of. I just, got to make it work. I got a lot of stuff, man. You've been in my crib. We got a lot of stuff. We got books. We got clothes. We got a lot of stuff, right? And yeah, life has been lifing, but we're gonna get it together. But yeah, to improve our health both at home and at work, Feng Shui aims to promote well-being by creating a harmonious and balanced environment that supports health, happiness, and prosperity. This is a necessary concept to gain understanding. Again, it was a little over a decade ago I first came into the concept of Feng Shui, and I haven't fully gotten my space where and how I need it to be. I must do better. I will do better. It's imperative to my optimum energy flow, to think more clearly, to manifest more rapidly, right? Space got to be clear. I know that. Got to clean my desk so I can work at my desk, right? So yeah, man, soon come. We are in the process. As long as we're in the process, man, as long as we ain't give up, as long as we are still striving, then we all right? Let's move right along, though, to our second segment of the day. Today's second segment is our Need to Know News segment, and this news is a little wild, actually, if you ask me, right? So, not sure if you guys remember a few months ago, if you guys are aware of, a few months ago, Javion McGee, a black trucker from Illinois, was found in North Carolina. He's a truck driver. A black truck driver from Illinois was found in North Carolina leaning against a tree with a rope tied around his neck. Leaning against a tree with a rope tied around his neck. The medical examiner now, this was, I think, back in September, right? Now the medical examiner, nearly a year later, says it was a suicide. The fuck out of here, man. Yo, let's read this article and let's talk about this ridiculousness. This is preposterous. One thing we do understand, though, we do understand that in certain towns, the medical examiner is paid off by the police department, is paid off by racists in that town, right? We know that. We cannot ignore that truth. And so we can't believe everything that we read, right? But let's pull up the article. This is tragic. NC medical examiner's autopsy rules hanging death of Illinois trucker in Vance County a suicide. Like he hung himself. This is Wednesday, May 7th, 2025. So this is a month ago, right? This news came out. This is tragic. Let's read. Raleigh, North Carolina. The autopsy report for Javion McGee, a 21-year-old Illinois man who was found dead in North Carolina, was released Wednesday. The report done by the state medical examiner ruled McGee's death a suicide months after he was found dead hanging from a tree in Vance County. McGee was found dead on September 11th in a wooded area. The Vance County sheriff described him as having his back up against a tree and a rope around his neck. He said there was no lynching. Get the fuck out of here. Like, we got so much work to do. We got so much work to do. We got motherfuckers TikToking and learning fucking foolish dances, and we being killed, hung, and motherfuckers talk about it's not a suicide, and we just dancing. God fucking damn. Sheriff Curtis Brame said there was no foul play suspected in McGee's death and said preliminary information pointed to a possible suicide. McGee's family, many of whom live in Illinois, and their attorney spoke publicly in September after a nearly 2-hour meeting with investigators about the 21-year-old truck driver's death. The family said he never had any history of suicidal thoughts or depression and was a trucker who took up that job following in his father's footsteps. He's going to drive from Illinois all the way to North Carolina and hang himself. Get the fuck out of here. Because they were concerned about McGee's death and not being a suicide, and with investigators quickly reaching that conclusion, the family enlisted attorneys to help make sure the investigation was completed thoroughly and fairly, they said. A week after McGee's death, his family spoke with investigators in person. Attorney Lee Merritt said the discussion took about 2 hours and went through all the evidence gathered at the time. The pressure from family and attorney prompted the sheriff's office to release new details on the timetable of McGee's death, including information that the preliminary autopsy found that McGee did not have any defensive wounds and no sign of physical or sexual assault. It's okay. The family's attorney said an independent autopsy was planned by the family to compare findings. We know that McGee was in Henderson dropping off a load at the Walmart distribution center for a trucking company. On September 10th, just before 5 p.m., his truck was seen idling in the dirt parking lot not far from where his body would later be found. He then goes to Walmart, where surveillance video shows him buying a utility rope. On the way out in the parking lot at 6:22 p.m., about 16 hours before he was found dead, McGee gave $228 to a homeless person outside Walmart. That person told investigators that McGee told him, "I don't know how much it is, but if I had more, I would give it to you." He then goes to a Hampton Inn nearby, but there isn't a room available. So instead, he heads back to the dirt lot off Vanco Mill Road where he was earlier. At 6:52 p.m., he's seen walking away from the truck to the woods alone with an object in his hand. At 7 p.m., he goes back to the truck without anything in his hand. 30 minutes later, the truck's engine is turned off and never started again. He's then seen on video walking away from the truck alone. His body will be discovered with the wrapper from the rope lying next to him. His body was discovered by people mowing grass who called 911 on September 11 around 10 a.m. McGee's mother and father spoke briefly at the end of Wednesday's news conference. They thanked everybody for their support they received and asked to be kept in prayer. McGee's father also talked about how his son was hardworking and competitive. He was one of the first people to say, "Hey, Dad, hey, I want to drive." I'm like, "Wow, what makes you want to do that?" And he said, "I just want to do it, put in my work." And that's just how he was. He wanted everyone to be together. That was his heart, Corey McGee said. He also had a message of unity. If I can tap into Javion, I would say he wants this country to come together, not all this divided stuff. We all need to come together because if there wasn't a divide, this wouldn't have happened. So, one, I don't believe everything I read. I don't believe everything I see. I know, and we should know, right? We should know that footage could be doctored, right? We should know that. We should know footage could be doctored. We should know that people could be paid to say things, do things, right? If this is a case of suicide, he had mental health challenges, and his family just didn't know about it. But if this is a case of murder, this is a case of racist murder, man, shit sucks. Let's move right along, guys, to our third segment of the day. Today's third segment is a tip of the day. And my tip is aligned with what I just read, is do not believe everything you read and hear. Don't believe everything you read and hear. Use your mind, use your mind, use your brain, use your heart and your spirit. Use all three of them together to come to an assessment based on, or to come to an assessment of what you've heard, of what you've read, what you've been told. Ask questions. Ask questions. A lot of people don't want to ask questions no more. Ask questions. Specifically, ask questions if something doesn't seem right, if it doesn't feel right. Right? We all got intuition, whether we listen to it thoroughly or not. We all got intuition. And so ask questions. Ask questions. Ask questions. If something doesn't seem right, believe hardly anything mainstream media puts out as truth. If mainstream media puts it out as truth, I'm actually mostly inclined to think it's a lie. Right? Not even at the stretching the truth, that is completely not true. Mainstream media. They put out medicine helps you at lie. When they put out this, that, lie. Doubt the liars and oppressors. Don't doubt your friends who has been like talking to you, been journeying with you. Like the people who continuously lie, the government affiliates, right? Corporations, CEOs of major corporations that's focused on profit, right? Don't believe, doubt them. Everything they say, take at face value and believe that they are telling a lie. Believe that it's a lie. Don't believe it's the truth, believe it's a lie. right? Doubt the liars and the oppressors. Do not trust them. They are not to be trusted at all, right? They are not to be trusted at all. Because we know, like we've lived long enough to read, to hear, to see, to witness with our own eyes. They lie boldly in our face. It's a bold-faced lie right in our face. Right in our face, they just lie to us. It's insane. Yeah, don't trust them. Don't trust the liars. The people who've been lying, don't trust them. The people who've been oppressing you, don't trust them. Why would you trust the oppressor? Man, we got to do better. But let's move right along, guys, to our fourth and final segment before we get out of here for the week. D Brown, peace and love, peace and love. What's going on? What's going on? Happy Friday, peace and love. Lower love, well, I from Lower East Side. What's going on, good brother? Peace and love. Thank you for tuning in. Said Food, thank you for spreading love, my brother. Thank you for getting other good people to tune into the show. Let us move right along to our fourth and final segment of the day. Today's fourth segment is our build of the day. In today's build, we are going to talk about the importance of proper breathing. We do not breathe properly as humans, specifically here in America. I would say even more specifically in the big families, and even more specifically those who have dealt with childhood trauma. When they was never able to sit with their breath and analyze it and assess it and learn to breathe properly. But today we're going to talk about the importance of proper breathing. We got 6 breathing facts that will blow your mind. 6 of them. Not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4, not 5, but 6. 6 breathing facts that will blow your mind. Are y'all ready? Are you ready? Are you ready to rumble? Are you ready for 6 facts? Let's go. Fact number 1. Lung size. Check this out. Lung size predicts lifespan. Lung size predicts lifespan. The Framingham Heart Study identified forced vitality capacity, FVC. Let's read that again. That's that right there. The Framingham Heart Study identified forced vital capacity as a strong independent predictor of all-cause mortality. Greater lung capacity is associated with increased longevity. Forced vital capacity is a strong independent predictor of all-cause mortality. So no matter what you die from, right? No matter what you die from, cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, freaking car accident, no matter what you die from, it is saying that FVC, forced vital capacity, when you have to force more capacity to your vital organs, that is a strong independent predictor of all-cause mortality. Greater lung capacity. Can you breathe deeply, fully from your abdomen? Pulling up through your chest. Incredible. Incredible. Greater lung capacity is associated with increased longevity. You want to live long? Breathe properly. And this is where we listen, we pay attention to our brothers and sisters in Asia. They say health is simple. Walk, don't eat, don't overeat, right? They don't even worry. Some of them don't even worry about what they eat. Don't overeat. Walk, right? Don't even run, just walk, right? Use the bathroom, have great friendships, great relationships, breathe properly, and you just increase your longevity. You just added 10, 20, 30 years to your life, 50 years to your life, 60 years to your life, just by that. Incredible. Fact number 2. Most fat leaves via breath. Most fat leaves via breath. When fat is metabolized, the majority is exhaled as carbon dioxide. A study published in the BMJ found that for every 10 kilograms of fat loss, approximately 8.4 kilograms is exhaled as CO2. This is deep, guys. This is deep. I don't know if you knew this stuff. But this is good stuff. This is great information to have. This is wisdom. This is intelligence, right? Let us move right along to our third fact. Fact number 3, breath shapes your heart rate. Respiratory sinus arrhythmia is a natural variation in heart rate that occurs during the breathing cycle. Heart rate increases during inhalation and decreases during exhalation. So you want to improve your heart rate? Breathe properly. You want to improve your heart rate? Breathe properly. Breath shapes your heart rate. Let's go right along. Fact number 4. Yo, Jody, what's going on? Jody Q, peace and love. What's going on, my sister? Fact number 4. Breath influences nervous system. Whoa, your breath influences your nervous system. Slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation, and conversely, rapid, shallow breathing can stimulate. All right. Breath influences nervous system. Slow, deep breathing activates the parasympathetic nervous system, promoting relaxation. Conversely, rapid, shallow breathing can stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, triggering a stress response. Breathing. And like here, we do that. We do that for certain exercises. But to do that, like, slow, deep breathing. That's the way. Slow, deep breathing is the way. But let's finish. Conversely, rapid, shallow breathing can stimulate the sympathetic nervous system, triggering a stress response. Let's go to fact number 5. Fact number 5, breathe at 5.5 BPM, beats per minute, for peak HRV. HRV, what is HRV? HRV is heart rate variability. Breathing at a rate of approximately 5.5 breaths per minute can enhance heart rate variability and promote a state of coherence between heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration. And that is what I need to get to. I need to get to that. All right? State of coherence between heart rate, blood pressure, and respiration. It's powerful. Some powerful stuff, guys. Fact number 6. I couldn't do the number. I was going to do 3s. Fact number 6. Your lungs are half a tennis court inside. The human lungs contain approximately 480 million alveoli, providing a surface area of about 70 square meters for gas exchange. This extensive area is roughly equivalent to half the size of a standard tennis court. And this information is sourced from Primal Breathwork, a page where on Instagram. Instagram is our news source. We get a lot of news from social media now. It's incredible because there are people sharing stuff that we might not have thought about. We might not know where to look, right? So yeah, man, it's an incredible ride. It's incredible. Breath is incredible, right? 6 steps. Once again, let's go through them one more time real quick. 6 steps or 6 facts that will blow your mind about breathing, and 6 reasons why proper breathing is important. Adequate breath is important. 1, lung size predicts lifespan. 2, most fat leaves via your breath. 3, breath shapes your heart rate. 4, breath influences. Step 4, breath influences nervous system. Step 5, breathe at 5.5 beats per minute for heart rate variability. Your lungs are, fact number 6, your lungs are half a tennis court. So that's why breathing is super important, guys. Again, I know we're not taught it. A lot of us breathe through our chest. We breathe up here, which is why so many people are short of breath, right? You pull in through your abdomen, push out, and it's that simple, guys. Yeah, man, what a show, right? I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I am excited for next week. I'm excited for the next 3 weeks as we get closer and closer and closer to milestone episode 400. When I'm done with the show today, I am headed to Brooklyn to go look at a venue to see if we could do it there, right? I'm going to have a meeting with my guy. I ain't seen my guy in like a decade, but stayed in touch, right? Stayed in touch. That's a beautiful thing about keeping your phone number the same, and staying present on social media, because you never know who might come looking for you. Of course, it could be somebody bad. Of course, it could be something crazy, but it could also be something incredible. So my brother, we reconnected. He hit me up a few weeks ago. I sent him my number. We chatted on the phone, all that good stuff, man. And now I'm headed to Brooklyn to see his event space, his venue, and then see if we can make it happen, man, because milestone episode 400 is coming up Tuesday, July 1st, 9 a.m. to 10 a.m. It's going down. Live audience, guest interviews. I can't wait. I'm super excited. Life is good. Love is grand. And together, right, let's make the world a better place. But yo, listen, I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'm your boy, your host. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I am your boy, your host, LaShawn Sugar Marston. You are tuned into episode 383 of SR Daily. SR Daily with personality meets enlightenment. We are closing out week 77 on the show. Please be sure to join us right back here next week, same time, same place, Monday through Friday, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. Facebook Live, YouTube Live, and Instagram Live. We are live Mondays through Fridays, 9 a.m. to 9:30 a.m. SR Daily with personality meets enlightenment. You guys have a great Friday. Have a beautiful weekend. Take it easy. Don't do nothing I wouldn't do, man. Take care of yourself, right? Just take care of yourself, man. And remember, it ain't getting knocked down. That's the problem. It's staying down. So get up. The power is in you. As always, be kind to yourself. Be kind to each other. You are limitless. Peace. Be great and make it a great one, Moski. Yes, yes, yes. Peace.